Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today. Starting with we got a doubleheader between the New York Mets versus the Detroit Tigers. Mets opening up as road favorites at -165. Detroit +140 with the over-under at 9. Mets coming into this matchup 16-13. Detroit's 10-17. Pitching for the Mets is Joey Lucchesi with an ERA of 2.19. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 6.45. Lucchesi, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Wentz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Mets coming off an Atlanta win. Detroit coming off back-to-back Baltimore losses. The Mets are 5-1. I'm sorry, 5-1 against the American League here. Detroit not really playing that well. 1-4 in their last 5. They really struggled in that Baltimore series, and yeah, Wentz hasn't really been that great on the mound. He's been giving up a good bit of runs here, and I think I'm going to roll with the Mets in Game 1. Next matchup, we got Game 2 between the New York Mets and the Detroit Tigers. Mets opening up as road favorites at -210. Detroit +180 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Mets is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 3.72. Pitching for the Tigers is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 7.07. Scherzer, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, nice to see Scherzer back after being suspended. Good to see him back here, though. And yeah, with Scherzer on the mound here, and Lorenzen has not been good on the mound for the Tigers. I'm going to take the Mets on the road in both games. Next matchup, we've got the San Francisco Giants versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -175. The Giants +145 with the over-under at 7.5. Giants coming into this matchup 11-17. The Astros 16-13. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 4.82. Pitching for the Astros is Framber Valdez with an ERA of 2.54. Webb, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Valdez, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Giants on a 4-game losing streak, losing to Houston 7-3 yesterday, or the day before, and Houston on a 2-game winning streak, 7-3 in their last 10 right now. And yeah, I mean, Houston playing well. Don't like the way the Giants have looked these last few games. Been kind of rough for them. I do like Valdez on the mound here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Astros at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -260. The Reds +210 with the over-under at 9. Reds coming into this matchup 12-17. The Padres 16-14. Pitching for the Reds is Luis Cessa with an ERA of 9.55. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 3.58. Cessa, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Reds on a 2-game losing streak, losing to the Padres 8-3 in the last game. Padres on a little 3-game winning streak. They're playing pretty well right now. I like the not the Reds. I like the Padres here. They've been very good. Reds, they just have been so bad against the Padres. They have not been able to beat them. They've been horrible on the road against them as well. And I think I'm going to take the Padres at home. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -115. The Phillies +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 15-15. The Dodgers 17-13. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.46. Currently don't see who's listed for the Dodgers. There's a couple matchups today that I just don't see any pitching info on. So be sure to check that status. It is a 4 p.m. game. Probably why the line's a little messed up there. Phillies on a 2-game losing streak, coming off that 13-4 loss against the Dodgers. And yeah, we'll just see who ends up pitching for the Dodgers here. I like what I saw from the Dodgers in the last game. And just be sure to check who ends up pitching for LA. And unless it's someone just absolutely horrible here, I still like the Dodgers at home. And I'm going to roll with LA in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Atlanta Braves versus the Miami Marlins. Braves opening up as road favorites at -135. Miami +115 with the over-under at 8. Braves coming into this matchup 19-10. The Marlins 16-13. Pitching for the Braves is Kyle Wright with an ERA of 4.86. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 2.45. Wright, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Braves coming off a 6-0 win against Miami yesterday. Yeah, they played very well yesterday. Atlanta is 11-2 on the road, 13-3 against Miami. They've been pretty dominant against the Marlins here. Both pitchers coming off no-run games. I trust the Braves, though. Didn't like what I saw from the Marlins yesterday, and I'm going to roll with the Braves on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -220. Pitt +180 with the over-under at 7. Pirates coming into this matchup 20-9. The Rays 23-6. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.53. Pitching for the Rays is Shane McClanahan with an ERA of 2.12. He's currently 5-0 right now. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 10 strikeouts. McClanahan, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Pirates coming off a Washington loss. I think the sites aren't updated enough here because I'm pretty sure the Tampa Bay did get the win in that last game. Yeah, some of these sites, they just have info that's just off right now, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I love McClanahan. I mean, he's been pretty dominant on the mound so far this season. Mitch Keller's been very sneakily very good as well for the Pirates here. I just like the Rays at home here, just the way they're playing. Don't hate Pitt as an underdog play. I really don't, but I'm sticking with the Rays, and I'm going to roll with the Tampa Bay at home here. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Washington Nationals. Cubs opening up as road favorites at -200. Washington +165 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 15-13. The Nationals 10-18. Pitching for the Cubs is Marcus Stroman with an ERA of 2.29. Pitching for the Nationals is Jake Irvin with an ERA of 0. Stroman, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. And it looks like Jake Irvin is getting his first start of the season here. Cubs coming off a 5-1 win against Washington. And, where they looked very good in that matchup. They're 4-2 straight up against Washington here. And yeah, don't trust Drake Stroman on the mound. Don't trust Jake Irvin on the mound. Stroman's been very good on the mound this season for the Cubs. And I'm going to roll with the Cubs on the road in this one. All right, next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the New York Yankees. Guardians opening up as road favorites at -140. The Yankees +120 with the over-under at 7.5. Cleveland coming into this matchup 14-15. The Yankees 15-15. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.11. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 6.84. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Cleveland beating the Yankees in the last game 3-2. That was a nice win for them. Yankees on a 4-game losing streak. They got a lot of injuries here, a lot of key injuries. And no Aaron Judge. And they've really struggled, especially hitting. I mean, their last on this 4-game losing streak, they haven't gotten more than two runs, and in a game. Yeah, I just don't like the Yankees right now. Too injury plagued right now, and I think I'm gonna roll with the Guardians on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox opening up as home favorites at -130. Minnesota +110 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 17-12. The White Sox 8-21. Pitching for the Twins is Louis Varland with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the White Sox is Dylan Cease with an ERA of 4.15. Varland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Cease, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Kansas City win. White Sox, there's 1-9 in their last 10. I mean, they've been absolutely horrible here. I just don't trust the White Sox, and I'm gonna roll. Getting Twins as an underdog, man, I'll take my chances. I know they're underdog for whatever reason. Probably maybe someone's out for Minnesota. I don't know, but yeah, no way I'm trusting the White Sox as a favorite. Give me the Twins +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Boston Red Sox. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -150. Boston +125 with the over-under at 9.5. Toronto coming into this matchup 18-11. Boston 16-14. Pitching for Toronto is Alek Manoah with an ERA of 4.88. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 5.11. Manoah, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Toronto on a 2-game losing streak, losing to Boston in the last game 6-5. Crazy, because Toronto, they're 9-2 against Boston. So that was one of the first times Boston's beat them in a while. And, I'd say a pretty even pitching matchup. Manoah coming off 2 relatively decent games. Pivetta really has been struggling on the mound. 13 runs in his last 3 starts. Not in love with that here. I think Blue Jays bounce back, and I'm going to roll with Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Kansas City Royals. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -160. The Royals +125 with the over-under at 9. Orioles coming into this matchup 19-9. The Royals 7-22. Pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 3.93. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 6.10. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He hasn't been that great on the mound. He's given up a lot of runs here. Baltimore on a 2-game winning streak. Royals just haven't played that well, and Greinke hasn't been a big help. And I'm going to roll with the Orioles on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Angels opening up as road favorites at -145. The Cardinals +125 with the over-under at 8. Angels coming into this matchup 15-14. The Cardinals 10-19. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 1.85. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 5.97. Ohtani, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Probably coming off his worst start of the season here. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Angels coming off a Brewers win. St. Louis on a 3-game losing streak. They're 2-8 in their last 10. They have not looked very good right now. Love Ohtani on the mound here, and I'm going to take the Angels on the road. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Colorado Rockies. Brewers opening up as road favorites at -120. Colorado +100 with the over-under at 12. Brewers coming into this matchup 18-10. The Rockies 9-20. Pitching for the Brewers is Eric Lauer with an ERA of 5.19. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.32. Lauer, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Brewers coming off an Angels loss. Colorado coming off an Arizona win. And I like the Brewers here. I just don't like the way Colorado's played. It's been rough for them. Freeland hasn't been the best on the mound the last few starts either. And I'm going to roll with the Brewers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Oakland Athletics. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -170. Oakland +150 with the over-under at 7.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 12-16. Oakland 6-23. The pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 4.23. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 6.23. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Sears, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a Toronto win. Oakland coming off a Cincinnati win. Still really just don't trust Oakland. I mean, it's pretty much just bet against Oakland. That's kind of how it's been all season, and it's been pretty well for the most part here. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Mariners on the road in this one. In the last matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -120. Arizona +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 16-13. The Rangers 17-11. Pitching for Arizona is Brandon Pfaadt. Looks like he's getting his first start of the season here for Arizona. And then pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA of 4.38. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. I'm liking the Rangers here. They're coming off a nice Yankee series. They're playing well, and don't really trust the pitching situation for Arizona in this matchup here. And I think I'm going to roll with the Rangers at home in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.